crying to Father because I do not have a job. I'm like, God, what am I doing here? Why am I not having a job? I am your daughter. And people look at me, and every time I speak about you. And now I don't have a job yet. You own everything. And I'm just that frustrated. And I'm like, what kind of a father are you? And just immediately after I did that, a message dropped on my phone. And as it dropped, I looked, and I hear, we are looking for 3 presenters, preferably 3 years of experience. And I was 10 years experience in another radio station. And I'm like, now you're calling me to go and serve you. You are amazing.
Wow, if you just tune in, we've got Pumla here, also known as PK, or better known as PK, that started when Radio Capable started, and she just came to surprise us. What a pleasant and beautiful surprise. Ja, julle kan ook saam ons praat. You can connect with us. This is the Connect drive. So you can connect with us via WhatsApp 081-729-1657. Just like Tinka. Tinka's connecting with us. Dankie Tinka dat jy nog steeds ingeskakel is. Lekker. Ons gaan later 'n bietjie luister van Tinka. Maar ja, terug na julle toe, Gima en Kilma en Pumla. Julle twee kan ons lekker saam gesels. Ek kan ons nog nie saam julle gesels van yesterday.
We don't want to exclude anybody. So please, if you have, we were just talking about disappointments earlier on, PK, and this is exactly what you said. You know, I was also confronted recently, and I was sharing about a recent disappointment, and somebody just said to me, you know what, just keep in mind that God is in charge and walk on. And I suddenly felt so guilty. I thought, what's wrong with me? Why am I emotionally experiencing this so intense?
Yeah.
And then something dropped in my spirit saying that because I created you sensitive, and I created you with a lot more emotions than somebody else might have, or the person that said that, because we don't only need black and white people.
Yeah.
We need, emotional, people that sees black and white in their decisions.
Yeah.
We need people that color the world with emotions. And that's us.
Give us emotions a little bit.
I just want to remind or tell our listeners that they can go and check Pumla, or better known as PK, out there on Facebook Live. We are live on Facebook now, so you guys can go and check us out. Pumla is all smiles there. Pumla, back to you.
You have to share a good story with us as to one of those many that we had in those early years.
Wow. Good story, Kilma. I'll tell you about all the camps that we had at the Cape Pulpit.
You guys had camps?
Yeah.
I mean, really now.
It was really cool.
I hope Musa is tuned in. So she can listen about this camp, because I would love to go.
No. This was cool.
This was a women's camp.
You have to
but
tell
men were also,
gate crash.
They could get gate crash.
Yeah.
They could
Well,
come.
kind of, they were the helpers, that sort of thing.
They were the helpers.
Yeah. I think we had very special moments. Remember when we did the outside broadcasts? So many of them we still do. But we did one at one of those conferences. Remember those women conferences as well? Where us as women went and the guys were just bringing the OB van and getting everything ready.
I remember
for us.
that one. That was
I
beautiful.
still have a photo of
I
that.
think that's the one I'm talking about.
Yes.
Remember, we slept over.
Yes, in a tent. Next to the van.
In a small tent.
Maar dit klink nog vir jou lekker, julle. Jo.
Yes, I remember
Were
that.
you not sleeping with me in a tent?
Yes, I was.
I think so.
Yeah. We slept next to the
Tent mates.
Yeah, we were tent mates.
Tent mates.
We slept next to the OB van.
Yes.
Just to make sure everything is okay, because it was a little bit wild in those days.
It was.
So
Guys, was there social media back then? Because where's the pictures? I want to see the pictures.
I actually have a picture. I must just find it for you. I'm going to find it for you somewhere. Yeah.
I also have a picture. I
You
think
do?
I do have some
You
pictures.
must send it to Warren.
Because I remember I met my classmate in that camp. And that was surprising. A girl I went to school when we were way too young.
Wow.
And then I met her there.
That's wonderful. That just shows you how she grew in Christ. But that's the wonderful thing about a camp like that. Because I remember I met up with somebody that, my word, I never thought she's going to find Christ. Sorry, I mean, we shouldn't say these things, but really, I was so gunned. No, I'm sorry, but it was really tough. In the theater industry, it's tough out there. And this was really one of those moments. And I thought to myself, oh, this woman, God, but I'll keep on praying for her. And I did. And then she appeared
And she
there.
found God.
It wasn't due to my prayer, she said, but
Sorry, Gilma.
yeah, but she didn't know I was praying for her, so it's cool. But God hears everything, so it's fine. She's been called in, and that's all that's important.
Yeah, and so some of you might be listening to us today, and then some of you might also have memories of 13 or 12 years ago that you can also share about Radio Capable, but you were maybe tuned in
Maybe
that
they
time.
were on the camp.
Maybe they were on the
Yeah.
camp. Come on.
Yes.
It could be, right? Some of you might remember Gilma from those years and also PK from
PK.
those years. So, yeah, let's connect with them and tell them that you remember them from those years. Yeah, that's what you can do this afternoon.
Well, we are going to have wonderful news later on, but there is something that we want you to incorporate. Warren, you got to tell us about that. That's happening this coming weekend.
Dis lekker hoe Gilma soma van my Warren. Lyk my sy mis vir Warren hier.
Listen for Warren.
Tinka Jones is hier op Facebook en sê nou, I'm enjoying myself listening to your stories. Dankie Tinka dat jy nog steeds ingeskakel is. Ons gaan later bietjie ook luister van Tinka af van hoe sy haar tyd met radio, haar journey met Radio Capable.
Sy is ook al lankal saam met ons.
Ja,
hoor.
nee? Ja.
Jo. There were special times where people, I remember one day, it was one evening, and Pika, I think you were still there. We had call in, we were doing duty on the system for people that needed counseling, remember? And we were doing counseling sessions. There was nobody there, so we were the counselors while you guys were on air and everything. And somebody phoned in early evening, and I never thought, you know, you always feel so inadequate not being trained as a counselor and everything. And I remember somebody phoning in after something that happened on air. She listened to you, and she was, and God spoke to her, and she phoned in because she wanted to commit suicide. And remember that case? Remember that story?
I remember
she
that
wanted
story.
to commit suicide, and I then realized this is totally out of my depth. But then what we did is we got somebody. Pumla, I still asked you, do you know somebody that can help this lady? So I kept her on the line until we could manage to get the other
remember that
person. And then they
story.
connected and we saved her life. She really was on the brink. And then Pumla said something on air that made her stop. And then she phoned in to find, and you still gave the number.
Yes.
And then she phoned in to ask, I don't want to do this, but I don't know where to go. It was a magic moment. huh?
Actually, I took her, you know, on the
Yes,
side,
yes.
and then I said, "Hey, hang on, I'll talk to you."
Yes, I remember.
And then I gave her number to Gilma. I said, Gilma, please take care of
Yeah.
this.
Oh,
Gilma
but
didn't
then
even
she's
like,
know
"Me?"
what to do.
Sorry.
She's like, me.
It was a bit overwhelmed. Sorry, guys, we just can't do everything at the radio station. There's people called for that, and then there's us.
But listen, ladies, I just love this. I love the fact that, Pumla, thank you so much for popping in, because I love the fact that you guys can reminisce and tell the stories of yesteryears with regards to Radio Capable. But this is so awesome. I love this. But I'm going to stick with that camp story. I hope Musa is tuned in. That camp story, I love this camp story, man. Yo, Gilma.
Well, PK, looking back at everything that happened and the impact it had on your life, what is the one thought you would like to leave with our listeners before we go say goodbye and go into our news?
Actually, I'd like to say to them, watch out, because PK is coming back.
It's even getting better. Wow, but it's even getting better. I didn't know that. What a surprise. What a lovely surprise. It's getting better, guys. It's really getting better. Listen, it's honestly really getting better. And besides that, we've got you better stay tuned this week for the Afternoon Connect program, because you're going to listen to only good news. We're only trusting God for good news. We're just going to give you guys good news. Also, take for bad news. This is good news coming away throughout this week. We're going to listen to the news shortly. Pumla, again, thank you so much for popping in.
PK, thank you. You're a star, you're an angel, and you're very deep in my heart embedded. It's lovely to hopefully see you soon.
Oh, well. You heard me.
No, you can
Thank
greet the
you so
listeners for
much.
now, and then Spoemela's going to be back shortly. Sy gaan baie vinnig weer terugkom. Jy het nou gehoor, sy gaan terugkom, so dit is goeie nuus. Ja, Spoemela, you can greet the listeners, Spoemela.
Yeah, thank you so much for listening to us. And yeah, we hoping that we have your support right through. Stay with us, support us, be with us, love us as we love you. Thank you so much.
Amen.
Guys, I just met Pumela now, PK. I just met you and I already love you, man. Wow, come on.
We're a
Come
good
on.
team, yeah.